Hello and welcome to another quick update about Algorand. Just want to update you what the price is doing. In my last video a couple of days ago, I showed you here this chart pattern unfolding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Algorand here back in 2021, like the first half of the year. What we then started to see here was an ABC unfolding, and possibly here an A, B and a C. To the downside, a correction of this impulse here to the upside, and after that I think we started to see here a 1, 2 and up here you've got some waves very tight together, a 4 and a 5, something like that. And after that we are now in this long correction that is very similar to what Cardano is doing, or Cardano has done, this strong correction to the downside here, which is basically like a bleeding out, and for Cardano as well, even though it's more complex than that, but everything can be brought down to an ABC basically. And there are probably different ways of looking at it. You could see here this as an A, maybe an overshooting wave B and a wave C, but I tend to disregard this long wick here. This doesn't seem very natural, this long wick here. So this could have been an ABC. Based on that, we could have already seen here that wave C, but I showed you, I think in the last video as well, that this is not really an ideal target level here for a wave C. We didn't even reach the 1.272 extension of the wave A, and also taking the fibs the other way around from the beginning of that wave 1 all the way to the top, we also did not come down to the 0.786 level. Many other cryptos did already come down to that level in their retracement. Algorand hasn't. I would expect it to do it. For example, Cardano has done it as well. Cardano has actually come to the 0.887 fib level, and in a wave C I would expect the price to come down a little bit lower. Alternatively, we could also see this here as a wave A, the wave B just unfolding now, and then the wave C coming down further would be another way of looking at it. In that case, then this wave B here could come up all the way. What would be the ideal target levels for that wave B then? I think we would see here a price between 189, the 0.5 fib level, and 226, the 0.786. These are levels where, even though it might look very bullish then, the price could actually get to in its wave B before it then drops once more lower. Okay, and we have come up all the way already to the 0.382 fib level here at 174. That's where we are now, but we are not there yet, but obviously this could have already been the wave B up here. Then this would have been perfectly fine, and now in a wave C this might also just be a bit more of a complex correction, and having then a final sell-off together with what Bitcoin is doing then into this blue target area, in line with my expectation that I outlined in the last video. And this area down or up here again, 189 to 228, I think that would be a very likely area to get into. On the downside, we've got here the area between 90 cents and 141, which I think is a likely area to get into when Bitcoin is going to do its thing to the downside, which I still primarily expect. Based on that, after that, obviously we're going to see new all-time highs in my view. But I also showed you in the last video, if you take a look at what the price action is doing now compared to what it did before here in between February and April, it's exactly the same pattern. And based on that, I would also think that we could actually come down to this trend line maybe. That would be a very, very likely level to get down to. We did do it before, and this trend line has pretty much been with us since November 2020. Then we came down in this correction. We could come down in this correction again here, yeah. And if you can see what the chart did last time, we peaked. Oh, I just plugged in my laptop again. So sorry, came down in this ABC correction, touched the trend line, then started to take off again. I think this is what could happen now, and I think this time, if we really follow that pattern again, which patterns do repeat themselves, which is the essence of Elliott waves as well. We are pretty much in this last leg here, this last pattern, where after this sell-off here that was taking place in May 21, we're also coming down here, and now we are in this move up, which was taking place here throughout June, and then we had a final move down, yeah, and this was playing out end of June, and then we had a little bit of a bleeding out again. Until then, end of July, it started to pick up again. So what you could see here is possibly something like another move down, possibly touching that trend line, another move like that, a lower high, and then we can see the first higher high, doing something like that. And where could this go to? Oops. Let us take a look. We just go again from the low, from the beginning of that wave, all the way to the top. And then we would expect this here at least the 1.618 extension. That's the minimum for me, 371 for Algorand. The 200% would be 444. I think that would be also be quite likely. Not quite sure if we get to the 2.618, 561, but in price discovery, these would be the three main areas we would go to. The first one obviously would be the $3.06 level. So I would say $3 is pretty much the key level here to look at. Because this is just a psychological level as well on top of that. So you will have some resistance obviously along the way. It won't go up in a straight line. But to be fair, last time in that pump, it did go up straight away. And I remember it when I made videos early in the year, and we were around 120 or around $1. And I talked about a pump being very, very imminent. And I compared it to other cryptos. And I said Algorand is just lagging behind. And again, now it's lagging behind Cardano, for example, in this correction. It was also lagging down a bit behind Cardano here in the move up. Now it's lagging down behind Cardano in the move down. So it will be interesting to see when Cardano suddenly takes off. I think Algorand could then take off afterwards again, because this is how it seems to be between Algorand and Cardano. So that's pretty much my view on Algorand at the moment. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.